What's going on, y'all? So buck, super excited to be here. Mr. Chris got him a monster buck, 8-point, and you know, if any of y'all know about 8 points that score 135 to 140 inches, that is a monster rack for an 8-point. But before we get into all that, I want to thank the people that helped make this possible. JC's Outdoors, all your hunting and fishing needs, live bait, guns, archery and apparel, serving breakfast and lunch, flight deck restaurant, voted best family restaurant in Lexington, great food, homemade desserts with a perfect blend of southern and Greek flavor, huge arcade to entertain the kids. Twin City Concrete, for all your concrete needs, they pour driveways, slabs for porches, and shops and sidewalks. Warren's Landscaping Services, everyday lawn care and maintenance, lighting, irrigation systems, and water features, proudly serving Lexington and Gilbert for over 24 years. Rough Country Off-Road, let them customize your side-by-side, anything from lifts, lights, and plenty more accessories. Alrighty, that's them. And speaking of the people who helped make it possible, here's one of them, Mr. Chris Veronee, owner of JC's Outdoors. I love this guy. He treats me so awesome and is well appreciated. I just want him to know that. I think he knows that. I hope he knows that.
Thank you. Oh yeah, yeah.
But man, he wound up killing him a giant 8-point. What county?
Edgefield.
Edgefield County.
Yep. I
got you. So I was thinking this was right here close to home.
No, I didn't kill this one close. I killed this in an Edgefield. So.
Normally you go out to Kansas looking for something like this.
Yeah, this is pretty nice for South Carolina. I've been in Kansas before and come back with deer smaller than this.
Right.
So it was to my surprise that he jumped out there chasing an old lady and messed up.
The women would get you hurt. That's
yes,
no
sir.
doubt, or killed.
That's right.
Well, tell us about the hunt, man.
Well, it was the whole family was with me. My son-in-laws, my son, my daughters, my wife, my grandbabies, all of us were down there.
Man.
We got a little cabin in Edgefield. I decided to go hunting that day, and everybody always gets there. It's like, where are you going? I don't know where you're going. You know, like we don't know where to go at. It's a nice little place, and so we were sitting there. Everybody had decided where they were going to go at, and I'm normally a bow hunter. I don't like to shoot rifle anymore. After you start bow hunting and you get into it, you'll understand. The bow hunters out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. Being that close to a big buck, a buck of this caliber, it just does something to you. It makes you want to go back and do it again. So that day, I had a friend that wants to go hunting with me. He's never killed a deer. So I decided I was going to go sit in one of my box blinds to see if that particular blind had any deer on it. So that when I took him out there, that we'd see some deer. So I decided put the bow down. I'm gonna pick the rifle up and just go check things out. I was kind of cheating. They call it. All my whole family calls it cheating. You can't cheat. But put the bow down, grabbed the rifle, went and got in the blind. And while I was in there, I took trail cameras with me and batteries. I wasn't really serious about it. I wasn't really going to kill a deer. As a matter of fact, I told them before I left, if I see a doe, I'm gonna shoot her in the face. And so we got in the blind. I got my stuff in the blind and all. My wife texted on the way there and said she got bit by a wasp. So I don't have a signal in this blind. So I opened the door. It's a Sad Daddy blind. We sell Sad Daddies at the store as well. So that's the plug for Sad Daddy. There you go.
Nice.
Nice blinds. I opened the door up. Felt like the signal was behind me and couldn't get in the blind for some reason. I was probably kind of crazy, but I did get a signal. Confirmed with her that she was okay, didn't need to come get her or anything. And when I did that, I heard, it sounded like a deer saw me. And I'm like, dang, there's a deer right there. And I'm wide open now because the door's open. So I grabbed my gun and just kind of sit there in the broad wide open because I felt like if I moved too much, he was gonna see me. Didn't know what it was, just heard something. So I waited, didn't see anything, and all of a sudden, this stand has 4 lines, like we call it the 4-way stop. 4 lines. And on the main line going to what was a corn pile, didn't have any corn out either. I saw a cow horn come out, a little spike. He comes out and kind of meanders down the road a little bit. I said, well, that must have been what was in the woods. So I closed the door, got back in the blind, and I'm sitting there, and a doe comes out, same spot. I told him I was going to shoot a doe if I saw one. But this doe was this doe was maybe 75, 80 pounds. Little doe. And I'm like, I ain't shooting that.
Right.
It was too small. So I waited and waited and waited. And I waited. It was probably 2 minutes. the cow horn, little spike, starts coming back down the fire line to the doe. Well, when he got close, this old boy was sitting in the woods the whole time. He was sitting there watching that doe the whole time, but he wouldn't come out.
Right.
When that other buck got a little closer, he came out, I mean, like a roaring lion, son, and just went straight across the fire line.
Right.
Running her in the woods away from that spike.
Mm-hmm.
And when I seen him come across that line, of course, you know, when you see him in the wild, you think, well, I just saw an elk.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a 180-inch deer.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So immediately I got ready, and I'm a filmer. I like the video too. I didn't think anything about that.
Oh, man.
I didn't think anything about putting my phone up, or I didn't have my bow. My GoPro sits on my bow. I didn't care any of that stuff. All I could think about was be ready. He's got to come back out here. So when he did, he went across. They were gone. Little cow horn went back up toward the corn pile. It wasn't very long. She stepped back out in to feed on what we got planted in the food plots.
And you thinking he's coming.
And I'm thinking he's coming. He got to come out one of these corners.
Right.
He's in this little, he ain't 50 yards from me.
Right.
Right on top of me. She comes back out, starts feeding him, and she turns to go toward that spike. You know what he thought?
Ain't happening.
You ain't getting my girlfriend. So he steps out, and I knew when you hunting the deer in the rut, you never know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
And he was gonna turn to go straight behind her, and I didn't want him to get out there, so I immediately, nah. It worked perfectly. He was quartering away. He turned right down and looked at me, and it looked like he'd had a rocking chair on his head.
Right.
And I just put it right in the armpit. And
Yeah. I
pulled the
want to hit on something real quick. What you just said about stopping a deer. I've actually had some criticism, not from a lot of people, but a few. I hollered a deer in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. People don't understand. I don't know what they don't understand, or they just don't know. That is the stillest a deer is ever going to be.
Yep.
Is when he's startled and he's looking right at, if you go, hey, and he looks up, you got at least 15, 20 seconds.
Yep.
The stillest he's ever going to be. He ain't going to take no step when he's eating. That's the stillest he's going to be. Yep. And if you want to assure yourself of a clean shot, you holler at him. And I ain't saying get all crazy and start screaming and holler.
Yeah.
You know, just be like, hey, or whistle or anything
Yep.
like that, or grunt.
Yep.
That's the stillest they're going to be. And you put the shot where it needed to be.
Yep, I knew he was going to take off if I didn't. So he didn't drop. He kind of kicked and everything, and took off up into the thickest briar patch. If this was a big old patch of hardwoods, and he it wouldn't happen like that.
Right.
I'm in pine saplings like this. You can't climb them. It's just a pine thicket, and oh my gosh. You'd have thought he was a rabbit. I mean, he just went right through the thickest stuff.
That's crazy how they can do that.
Yeah.
You said you didn't get the kill on camera, but you got the most important part on camera, recovering it with your family.
Yeah.
Everybody was there.
Yeah. Grandkids. I got one that's 2, one that's 1, and they were all right there. My 2-year-old, he's with the flashlight looking for Pop's blood, and yeah, that's what makes it the best for me. I mean, I enjoy hunting. I've killed a lot of these deer, and for me, the fact that the family was there and we all got to enjoy it together, and the recovery, that's what made it for me.
That's what it's all about, man. Speaking of the recovery, I'm gonna put a video clip up there and we'll watch that real quick.
Pull your sleeves down at least.
Hmm?
Pull your sleeves down at least.
See blood color?
Yeah.
Where's your bush axe?
There's blood right there, and the limbs are all tore up.
You see them? Yeah.
Yeah, there's blood right here.
Blood right here.
There's all I see.
Yeah, blood right there.
Right there on that pine root, I think.
Bunch of blood right here.
That's in the creek.
Got blood right here. Blood right here. It's bright big, huh? I got blood right here.
I got blood off my knee right here, probably.
I got one in my ear, dude. I got one in my ear. Blood, blood, blood. Blood, blood, blood. Blood, blood, blood.
There's a bunch of blood on that leaf up there. It can't have gotten far.
You just tore through the bushes.
Yep.
What's that right there? What's this right here? Is it hooked on my hat or something?
Hold tight, yeah. Hold tight.
Huh?
How big is he?
He's good. I got a big old ball of bushes in front of me.
Where's the blood going?
That's straight through them big old bushes right here.
Lord. To the right there, a little bit, I think. Or straight through.
Yeah, right there.
You still on blood?
It was right here where I'm at. Look how many limbs it took.
Oh. You got him. Oh yeah. Nice.
No. You taking it up? Oh yeah.
He's all tangled
He
up.
got stuck. Yeah, is he dead? He barked down.
Yeah, is he dead?
I hope so. He's dead. I see it.
Beautiful deer. Man, short thing.
Yep.
Short sleeve.
Let me make it look Nate Lanham drag him out.
Nice deer.
Oh.
Got one in the face.
Good.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Told you it was a freaking stud, son.
Oh my gosh.
That's not, they don't live in egg field like that. They do.
Nice, buddy. Don't
Bro,
look.
that looks like Zach's deer from Kansas. Look how big it is.
Wow.
So that's like blood right there, I guess. If that's where I shot him at. Holy, I think that's the biggest buck ever.
That thing is huge.
Dude, that's a
Holy crap. Hold him up again, Chris.
yeah.
Look, turn your light the other way.
When's the last time you killed a buck like that, Dad?
It's been a while.
That's a nice one.
All right, y'all, that's the recovery. As you can see, there was a lot of excitement. What did you think when you walked up on this buck for the first time?
He was,
Let me interrupt you one second. There ain't gonna be a second time.
Yeah.
That didn't make no sense, did it? What did you think when you walked up on the buck?
well, it wasn't no ground shrinkage, that's for sure.
That's true.
He was kind of sitting up, like he got his horns hung in some trees. I guess that'd be antlers. Horns are on cars. I know some of y'all gonna say, "Oh, horns on car." Whatever.
Yeah, buddy,
We're
they will critique you too.
we're from the South.
Yeah.
That's a horn.
That's it.
That's a bunch of horn.
That's it.
Bone. That's what that is. So anyway, we got him out. He had his horns hung up in a tree, so he was kind of sitting up. And I just was wondering, well, is he dead? You know. And but yeah, he was finished at that point. He didn't go about 50 yards. I shot him. I bought my wife a little Ruger. I'm gonna call it a ranch gun. It's real short, 7mm 08. Don't have no kick to it.
Can't beat them.
Don't know why I carried that gun, but I carried that particular gun with me that day because it was easy to carry. It's little, and it
You mean that small caliber rifle killed that? I just don't
didn't
buy
need a
that.
300 Win mag.
Just like, I mean,
didn't need a 7
270s,
mag. Yeah,
The 270 don't kill no big deer either.
Yeah, that's
How
right.
many has Rebecca killed? Her third big one this year?
that's right. Yep.
I love, no, grant me, I'm not knocking people to shoot 300s.
Yep.
I'm not. But the ones that do and criticize smaller caliber rifles, it's all about the person pulling the trigger.
That's right.
If you didn't recover the deer 90%, 95% of the time, you didn't do your job.
That's right. You grab what gun is important to you. It might be your granddaddy's gun,
That's
your
right.
daddy's gun, your uncle's gun. You grab whatever gun is important to you that you think you can kill that deer with, and you go out there and do your best and kill it. And you can, 9 times out of 10, you can recover that deer. My son killed his first deer with a 223, which I would never shoot a deer with, but he was 7 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want any recoil.
Right.
He dropped him in his tracks. It was fine. So whatever makes you happy, don't listen to everybody else.
That's right. Because people try to bash you, and that's no
right.
joke. And it ain't just rifles. I mean, I see it now in all these groups. I mean, even bow hunters are bashing. It's just something unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not using it, why does it matter to you anyway?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway, that's just part of it.
If you're gonna troll, just keep on trolling.
Exactly.
Just keep
And
on
you
going.
know me. Well, I'll jump on it in a heartbeat. When I can't stand seeing trolls, and I'll jump right in and try to defend somebody.
Well, for me, hunting is about bringing some joy to our lives, you know, and just having a good time with family and all that. So it's, you know, if a man goes out there and kills a 80-inch deer,
That's
a
right.
6 point, a cow horn, whatever, if that makes him happy, if that feeds his family,
That's it.
and so be it. You know, you don't have to go out there bashing that guy. You know, if it is what it is. Everybody's different. You do what you do, and I'm gonna do what I
That's
do.
it. One thing about it is nobody woke up and said you have to all be trophy hunters as
That's
far
right.
as inches.
That's right.
Because a trophy hunter is different to everybody.
That's right.
You know, just like that guy you're going to try to kill his first deer.
First deer.
4 point is probably going to be an
If
extreme
that little
trophy.
spike comes back out,
Yeah.
I'm blow it up,
I
son.
mean, I'm sure that's going to look like a 150-inch deer to him. But,
That's right.
But yeah, man, I don't know why people bash each other. I'm glad we brought this up because, you know, we ain't all wired the same.
That's right.
I consider myself a trophy hunter. I do, but I don't bash people. But I'll tell you this: don't think I won't go out there and lay the smack down on a 6 point.
I guarantee
Because
you.
if I'm wanting some sausage or something like that, and just something good to eat, and heck, I might just want to shoot.
That's right.
And I'm gonna let him have it.
You also don't know, you know, I got different properties all over this place, and you never know who's hunting around you. So you got some properties that you can watch a nice 120-inch 8 point walk today, and he's on that guy's tailgate tomorrow.
Right. That's right.
Because you can't control that, and that's fine for him. That's not nothing wrong with that. That's what he shoots.
That's it.
But you just passed up a deer that you're not going to see next year.
Right. That's
So it
right.
depends on the property, whether you're managing it, whether you're not managing it. All that matters. But all in all, whatever makes you happy, man.
You're right, and back to about the, you know, it's about the property, and it goes to this too with that. You know, you see one person that has 150, 200 acres. You know, he may kill 10 does on it, and some people say, "Why you kill all them does?" Well, you don't know the deer population
That's right.
there. He may only kill 1 or 2 on the other property that you don't know about. You know, and you know, it's just like Rebecca's killed them 3 big bucks on one piece of property. And they're like, "Oh man, you're shooting the future." But you don't know. You hadn't seen all
That's
the
right.
bugs she's let
That's
walk. I mean, we get 5 tags, and we're going to utilize those tags.
That's right.
So if y'all hear all the traffic in the background, we got cars going up and down the road. And speaking of this, I told you how much I appreciated Chris. I don't think he appreciates me because he's got me in a midget chair, and that's why it looks like I'm laying down. So, but anyway,
I just wanted to feel higher.
yeah, that what it was. Yeah, I am taller than him, by the way, but as you can see, I'm not in this video. And I
it's all
swear,
good.
we're not trespassing. He owns this place. Let's take a quick look at this deer. This right here was meant to be. We said, look, we just need to find a stick. I swear, this was laying right here, and we didn't even have to break it. Look at this rack, man. Look at the main beams on this deer. I mean, I love these main beams, how they come out. It's a gorgeous puck. I mean, he's got some serious main beams, awesome height. Just a South Carolina bruiser. I mean, if you can't be proud of that, you just need to hang it up, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just an awesome deer.
We got a picture of this deer in 2020 and a picture of this deer in 2021 that we'll put on here too as well, as you can
Okay.
see kind of the growth of him. And he's always got this crooked brow
I
tine.
see that. That's crazy.
But yeah, we didn't have pictures this year. I didn't have pictures at all. My son-in-laws had them, and they've been watching him, but we hadn't seen him at all this year. He just popped up. So that goes to show you can stick a corn pile out and you can put a camera in front of it
Right.
all day long. But if that's what you're hunting off of, then you're missing out. You need to get out there and just watch and enjoy what the Lord's made us. To go outdoors, and because you never know. I had no idea. You never know what's going to pop up
That's right.
out there, especially during the rut.
Well, I'm gonna hit on that too. The 11 point Rebecca gets just killed. We've never had a picture of that deer ever. Not last year, no time. And I still don't have a picture of that deer. He never even made it to the camera.
Huh.
Never have had a picture of that deer ever. And she just happened to be sitting there when he walked out, right by the stand. And again, you can go on cameras all day, but man, you need to be in the woods hunting, because you could really shortchange yourself by not being there when the trophy shows up.
That's right.
But and again, trophy, it might be a 6 or 7 point to somebody, but it might be this to somebody else.
That's
and it might be a 120-pound doe.
Just noticed he got a hole in his ear.
That's where I tried to shoot him the other night. That's to my 22.
I
I'm
did.
kidding, DNR.
I did when I cleaned this deer. I did find an injury to one of his ribs.
Really?
Well, I thought I cut it open. I thought it might have been a broadhead or something like that, because it had something had definitely broken one of his ribs before. So I think the deer's been shot at before.
Right. Right. Well, I know you got a lot. Would you send me to jail if you caught me on your property?
I'd probably just try to whip you.
All right, well, then I'm gonna take my chances. I'm gonna be out in Kansas next week, so y'all follow me.
You want to go to Kansas, you just jump in the truck and go. Let's just do it.
But yeah, man, he has a lot of good deer, and I'm just glad he got this deer, because, you know, like you said, he puts all the time and effort into everybody else.
Yep.
And hey, man, it's good for you to get something. Do you? You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's good that it's that, you know, you got that feeling, and that's awesome. And man, it's awesome. I love these big bucks.
South Carolina, baby.
South Carolina, right here.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you go to Kansas, and that's still a big 8
Still a
point in
big buck,
Kansas,
yeah.
because you know, when you go out in up north and Midwest, usually them big bucks, they ain't gonna be 8. They gonna be 10, 11,
Yeah,
12 and
right.
up. So when you find an 8 point, you know, 135, 40 inch, that's even big in these other trophy states.
You're right.
So that's how you know that's an awesome deer. So, well, you want to talk about the store a second?
Yeah, why not? Well, one, I want to let you know that we appreciate all you do. I mean, I know it takes a lot of time and effort to do all that you do. I try to do what you do with all my videos and stuff. I just don't have time to do it. So to going and editing all these videos and putting it out for the people to see, this is the kind of stuff I enjoy watching and looking and seeing other people. You know, you see all the time a picture on Facebook or a picture on wherever of a guy that killed this deer, but there's a story behind it.
Yeah.
And I like the story behind it.
Right.
That story ain't always what you think it is, and so I just appreciate you doing what you do. But as far as the store is concerned, you know, we've come a long way. Our store kind of is our ministry in this community. We like to reach out and help people. That's what we've always been about, and trying to do what Jesus done for me. He come and died on the cross for me and saved me of my sins, and he didn't have to do it. I couldn't have saved myself. He come to save me, so he done everything he could for me. I want to do everything I can for this community, that we can try to change this world. People say, well, this world's kind of big, you can't change this world. Well, I'm gonna start with my community. I'm gonna start with my community and see if we can make us a better community. And if I can give back, if I can help the people in my community, I feel like they want to help each other.
Right.
And so we'll help each other, and we do that here in Gilbert.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not just JC's Outdoors, it's not just me, it's a community, and I think we do a good job at that. So if you ever get a chance to come by the store, we're back to having the breakfast and lunch again, and we got anything you need. We got Yeti, plug Yeti, we got Coastal, we got guns, ammo, we got a drive-through, bait section with all the baits you want. We got a full archery program going on there. We got an inside where you can shoot your bows and stuff. We got a bow tech that's always on duty there. I'm one of them. So anything hunting, fishing, and now that my daughter's in there, she's trying to push me out of my fishing out and put clothing and all that stuff in. But you know what? She's selling it.
Rebecca loves that part.
So you anything outdoorsy that you need, or you just need a Christmas gift, birthday gift, or just want to come shopping and hang out. The kids like to come see the fish y'all brought us. We got old big bass in there that Buck took out of a pond. It's so much to do in that store. You can just come around there and just look at it.
That's right.
But I want you to spend money. So come look. You bring your wife out and keep her satisfied in the clothes while you over there buying your new gun. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. He ain't lying about the giving back to the community, because I know firsthand he does. I mean, it's awesome, because when somebody reaches out, I mean, it ain't no question about it. Unless it's something totally crazy.
Yeah.
But he does an awesome job of that. And what my favorite thing about the store is here's what I love about it. They got things, because look, everybody can't afford to go out there and spend $300 or $400 on a Yeti. They can't go afford, you know what I mean? They can't
Yeah.
go
Oh, yeah.
afford these high dollar rod and reels. So you got stuff for people that can't do that.
Yep.
You know, like the rod and reels y'all got stuff for everybody.
Yep.
You know, you ain't got to go spend $200 on a rod and reel. I mean, you got stuff that's down there in the $30, $40, $50 range.
That's right.
You know, something there for everybody. You know, so, but they got awesome brands. I love that. I mean, if you want the best brands, they got them. And I love the drive-through bait place, whatever you want to call that.
Yep. Drive-through bait.
I spent a lot of time in that drive-through. So
But if you want to come and hang out at about 8 o'clock in the morning and hear some good old stories and hang out with somebody for breakfast, we got a big old long dinner table in there. Everybody comes and sits down in the morning and just cuts the rug, just
That's
shoot
it.
pool and have a good breakfast. It's lunchtime the same way. It's just a community atmosphere, and that's what we love about it.
it is. I love the big table because you got to communicate.
You got to talk.
You know, and sometimes, I will say this, sometimes it gets kind of awkward. Because one time I tried to start a conversation with the guy, he looked at me like, don't talk to me. So I'm like, all right, so I just went back to eating my burger. So, but look, I hope y'all enjoyed this story. It was a great one, and I try to do 4 or 5 of these big buck, what you want to call profile deals a year. If you got a big buck and you want to talk about it and you want people to hear your story, I'd love to do this, because like he said, it ain't just a picture. It's more to a picture than just that picture. I mean, there's a story with it, and you ain't hearing the story when you just look at a picture.
That's right.
So, man, I got some awesome stories. We'll talk about some of those. But anyway, I hope y'all appreciate this. Again, go see Mr. Chris and JC's Outdoor. Real quick, what's JC's Outdoor stands for?
Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody thinks it's,
Joanne and Chris.
there you go, but it ain't.
Yeah. No, it's not about that. It's not about us. Never wanted it to be about us. Always about him. So.
That's it. Well, I'm gonna let you wrap this thing up because I always mess it up.
Well, I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching us. To me, this is a really nice buck. To you, it might not be, but I appreciate you looking at the channel. Buck does a real good job of getting the stuff out there. And thank you again for tuning in, watching it, man. And go hunting. Take a kid hunting. Take your wife hunting. If you like bucks, you're gonna kill bigger bucks than you do.
Oh God.
But take a kid hunting, man, and get out outdoors and do it. And then call this man up and let him come interview you and show you a big buck off, because there's always a story, and we want to see what that story is. Y'all come see us at JC's Outdoors soon.
Have a good one.